Hello and welcome to another episode of the Steam Arcanium. Today I shall be playing the Stanley Parable. Now, this is an indie developed game that is based on the Stanley Parable in... what was it in? Half-Life? Like a Half-Life mod? Gary's mod? A something mod? But it is based on that and it is a recreation into a full game. And this is a little confusing, but let us begin the game. It's loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I see.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Looks
Orders
fun.
came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yay! What's out here?
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
What are you talking about? I mean, it looks like the office from the intro that we just saw. I mean, what's different? Okay, so no one's here. It's a coffee mug.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe I shouldn't. I guess I will. Guessing none of these doors open. Sad day.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Well, okay then. To the boss's office. Ooh, a broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so
What do
he
you
turned
mean?
around and got back on track.
There are lots of things here, like this wrench, and this wiring.
There was nothing here. No choice to make.
Look, there's
no
duct
path
tape.
to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
Some bins.
No reason to still be here.
Looks like a staple gun. Another wrench. Pliers. More duct tape.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
But look,
He
there's a
wasn't
broom.
even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Well, fine then. I guess I'll leave.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. To the boss's office. Away. Ooh, what's this? Bathroom. Dang it. Can't go in there either. Okay, where's the boss?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Oh.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet
Possibly.
incredibly, by simply
Never.
pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He
Hooray.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
What's over here? Ooh. Nothing. Okay then. I guess we're going down. Doo 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 doo. Elevator. Ooh, loading. Loading, 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 loading. I see.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah, why is Stanley doing this? Why does he just push buttons all day?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Or escape? I guess I'll keep going this way. There's a camera. And what's in here? It's a button with the light bulb. Yeah.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Maybe. What do we got here? Cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Are they gonna change back? Yeah, here we go. Or, no. I wanted to see which one was my office. Oh, here we go. 2, 4, 7.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That
Makes
his
sense.
emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I mean, if I had to push buttons all day, that sounds pretty boring. Up the elevator.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes. Ooh, buttons.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
1.
For he would dismantle
2.
the controls once and for all.
Okay. Purple. Okay. Mind control is idle, awaiting input. Okay then. So turn it off. Hooray! I did something. What'd I do? What's happening?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I can walk.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I mean, it is a good question. Where did everyone else go? There was at least 500 other people there. They're just gone.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, good for Stanley. And you know what? That's about time for this episode of Steam Arcanium. I mean, if you want to see more of the Stanley Parable, I'd be happy to do it, as this game is very interesting. And there are multiple endings and multiple ways to go about everything, with multiple narrations. But for now, thanks for watching and have a nice day.